Welcome to Network TV. I'm David Mabey, your host for today. For the past 23 years, NCW Tech Alliance has been celebrating innovation across the region. This special season of Network TV shines a spotlight on the incredible innovators of North Central Washington. From vibrant K-12 classrooms to cutting-edge college labs, and from dynamic startups to established tech companies, our region is a hub of creativity and innovation. In today's first segment, we'll discover how two local entrepreneurs are driving economic growth and transforming industries with their innovative solutions. We're thrilled to welcome Noe Flores and Alicio Aguilera from Fiopin. This locally owned company offers lightning-fast fiber optic internet built on the community-funded infrastructure. They'll show us how they're unleashing the power of the PUD fiber internet to deliver connectivity that's fast, reliable, and affordable. Noe and Alicio's journey is a testament to the power of local innovation and its significant impact on our community. In our second segment, we'll meet the young minds pushing the boundaries of science and technology, turning their ideas into reality and solving real-world problems. We'll sit down with Stephanie Salgado and Aiden Juarez, two amazing students from Wenatchee High School who are part of the AEM Movement Internship Program. These students aren't just learning about energy management, they're actively transforming their community and beyond. As part of the Advanced Energy Movement AEM initiative, these interns serve as the outsourced energy management teams for commercial buildings, helping them achieve Energy Star certifications. AEM is an innovative technology solution that makes energy use visible, empowering people to optimize energy use, eliminate waste energy costs, savings 20 to 40%, and reduce CO2 emissions. By teaming up with AEM interns, building owners and operators become beacons of energy efficiency and sustainability, while also contributing to the real-world education of their future workforce. Stay tuned for an inspiring episode filled with innovation, passion, and dedication. Let's get it started here on Network TV. Welcome back to Networked. I'm your host, David Mabey, and today we have two exciting guests. I got Noe Flores and Alicio Aguilera from Fiopin. How you guys doing today?
Good. Thanks for having us, David.
Doing great.
Did I say the name right of the company?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. So we're off to a good start. All right, so I just want to get kind of what inspired you guys to start Fiopin, and where did the name come from?
The name came from, it's an acronym for fiber optic internet.
Oh, okay.
So when I was coming up with it, I wanted it to relate to something, to telecom. So I was doing research, and when I saw the domain name was available, I'm like, that's it right there.
That's important to get the domain name, the social medias, make sure all that stuff's ready before you pull the trigger.
And what inspired to start it was I noticed there was a lot of disconnect with like the education of Wi-Fi and connecting people. So I knew I could market the Wi-Fi a little bit better than other companies. So
okay.
I just figured I'd start.
And then you guys were saying that you guys have actually known each other since childhood. You guys are co-founders. So how did this kind of all come together with you two coming together to create this?
It came together a lot with, I had already started it, and then we grabbed lunch one day, and I was talking to him, and I told him, like, I'm thinking about bringing someone on, just to help with getting more experience with customer service and all of that. And so then he was interested, and then just meeting after meeting to see if our vision aligned for the future of Fiopin, and we were both on board, so I said, why not?
So at least you'll tell your side of it. So
So we're talking like we've been friends since elementary. We went to college together. So we've always had a good connection, Since I've been in sales like for pretty much all my work in industry. So I told her that, I can help in the sales department, talk to customer service skills. And I was just excited to build something, for the community, something where we can be transparent and help out, inform people how everything works out.
Cool. So then that's you kind of get into the next question here. What do you hope to change in the community, or what kind of change do you guys hope to make for the community?
We hope to just inform the customers, because most of the times customers aren't aware how Wi-Fi works and devices with the routers and stuff like that. sometimes it's not the network that's having problems. It can be their devices, where they place their router. So we just want to educate the customers, right?
Yeah.
That way they know what to do in certain scenarios where their internet's not working, but it's not our fault technically. It might be something they moved on their devices, or it can be the router having problems. Yeah, mainly we want to educate the customers.
Okay. Did you have anything to add on to that?
No, I mean,
Noe?
he hit it nail on. I mean, as an ISP, your product or service is, nowadays it's Wi-Fi, At home, when your internet doesn't work, most likely you're trying to connect wirelessly,
Yeah.
and that's Wi-Fi. And so if your router is tucked in the closet somewhere, that's going to be an issue. And so, yeah, that he hit it right on the head. I mean, it's like he said, our product service is Wi-Fi, and that's how it is with broadband companies nowadays.
So I got a quick follow-up question, just more for myself as well. Then, where's the best place to have your router in your home?
I would suggest mainly where you do a lot of streaming or family gatherings. So what I recommend to the customer, if 9 times out of 10 they're mostly out in their living room having people over, that's going to be the best place for a router.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you for that. And so you guys work with local PDs to get rolling, right? You had to probably go and negotiate anything there. What have you learned working with the different PUDs in our region?
Oh man, the PUDs have been great. It's they really show that they're on our side, and not just on our side, but also on the community side. They understand our mission and our goals, and they help us to help the customer, whether that's with outages or with a miscommunication on, a certain customer doesn't have service. 9 times out of 10, they do have fiber in the area, but it's just not updated in their sign-up portal. You just shoot them an email like, hey, is there service in the area? I was like, well, actually there is. I was like, okay, perfect. And we relay that to the customer, and they're pretty responsive, pretty prompt. So that's one main thing I learned is they really are for the community, and so they help us to help the customers.
That's awesome. And then let's imagine you guys are wildly successful. What does that look like in your guys' eyes? I'll start with you.
Yeah,
first
of course. Yeah, success. It looks like being able to help others, in different areas, whether it's helping in donations or anything like that. Just engage more in the community in different areas, helping them with things they might need that we might be able to help.
Mhm.
And just being able to help in different areas.
Okay.
We're successful, yeah.
And Noe?
To me, I feel like we're successful already when I see that smile on the customer's face where we got a dead zone, we got good coverage in a dead zone in their home, and they feel happy and connected, whether that's with replacing the router or just recommending a different router, and they enjoy our service. That's what I look at success as, is when we can meet their needs and get them taken care of. That's all I care about.
Yeah. How are you guys currently going about getting customers, or how are you guys getting your word out, and how's that kind of process or struggle been?
That's it's been hit or miss. Right now, it's mainly a little bit with Facebook ads, a little bit of Google ads, and just with our customers. We at the end of every interaction, we tell the customer like, hey, you can help us out with leaving us a Google review. Here's a link. And we just provide the link, and it's up to them to whatever they feel honest with putting, that's what they post. And they've even name dropped us in a few reviews in there, so
Nice.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, our customers are the ones actually that help us a lot, They refer us to a lot because they like how we treat them.
Yeah.
We mainly focus on our customer service, We want to make sure they're treated right, answer all their questions. So mainly a lot of success comes from people recommending us, to be honest with you. And like we say, Facebook, Google ads, mainly that, but mainly customers' recommendations for sure.
And is there any piece of technology or anything that you guys use on your side to help with, customers' experience with you, but also with like their internet speeds, or what differentiates you from other service providers?
Mainly it's just really sitting down with them and asking them a few questions to really understand what kind of web surfing they do. A lot of the times we're sitting there and asking them like, where do you usually mainly use your internet from? And do you just stream in the couch, occasionally stream in your bedroom? How's the speed in your bedroom currently? Could it be better? What do you feel like? And then they usually let us know, and they ask like, what do you recommend? I'm like, well, if you are willing to spend money, we recommend these routers. And so we have great experience with them with previous customers. They love them. And 9 times out of 10, they always go with our recommendation. And even then, if they're not interested in getting a router, we'll make their current router work. And if they ask us, like, we wish it wasn't tucked in our garage, we'll run a line and replace it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're finishing up here. Is there anything else you kind of want to add, or how could somebody get a hold of you if they want to get a quote or get in contact with you guys about maybe looking into your service?
Yeah, to contact us, it's pretty easy. Just go to fiopin.com, and towards the bottom of the home screen of the landing page, there's contacts us. There's a chat feature in there, a phone number, and an email, so they can reach us 3 different ways. If they don't like talking on the phone or sending emails, there's a chat feature, goes directly to us, and we try to help whenever we can.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Noe. Thank you, Alicio. Great to hear about Fiopin, and thanks for being on today. When we come back, we're going to have a couple high school students from Wenatchee High School talking about their experience at an AEM internship. So stay tuned here on Network TV, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Networked. In this part 2, we have 2 amazing students. We have Stephanie Salgado and Aiden Juarez from Wenatchee High School, and they're part of the AEM Movement Internship. How you guys doing today?
Good.
I'm doing great.
Great. Well, thank you for being on here. Aiden, I'll have you start off with this. How did you hear about the AEM Movement opportunity in your school?
Well, personally, I think it started off with some flyers. I just was handed a paper, and it talked about this opportunity of being able to go to a field trip and see like Charlie and being able to get a little view for the thing. And so I think that's where I got my idea of it.
Okay. And Stephanie, how about you? How did you?
I walked into the CTE office and I was like, what do I want to do after high school? Because I wasn't sure. And so that's when one of the CTE people were like, we have this opportunity if you want to go. And so I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And so I went, and I liked the process of what they were doing. So I decided to take it.
And the AEM Movement, this is a new internship at Wenatchee High School. Is this the first time it's been in our district?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think? I know Charlie's the leader of the program, or he's the owner of the company.
Mm-hmm.
What's it been like interacting with him? He seems very charismatic and caring, so I'm just curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are with Charlie.
Well, I think he's a great guy, very charismatic, like you said. He's just very positive all the time. He's always trying to motivate us to get our work done. And I think he's just a great person overall.
Yeah. How about you, Stephanie?
Yeah, I agree with him. He's a very open person, so he gives us advice on not only our job, but like other things that go on in life. And I feel like it's really good to have someone like that as a mentor, because he gives you so many perspectives on so many things, and it's honestly really good working with him because he's such an amazing boss.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what excites you? We'll start with you first, Stephanie. What excites you about this internship?
The opportunities, because I mean this one, but there's also so many more that we've done throughout the past and we're gonna do, and I feel like that's what excites me, because it's a whole new thing, a whole new world for me that I've never experienced. So I feel like getting a thrill of trying new things is what excites me.
Awesome. And how about you, Aiden?
Probably piggybacking off of what she said, I like the opportunity of being able to go out there and get to practice my current skills and apply it to a job like this.
Yeah.
But also being able to build those skills as well, and just being able to do all that.
Yeah, I want you guys to know, I hope you realize this is an amazing opportunity. Most kids, I don't know what grade you are in high school, but most kids in high school don't think about doing internships and working with real companies. Or they're working, but they're working like maybe a fast food place or in the field, which all of the thing is fine, but these are things that actually you guys can take on with future careers. So good on you guys. How do you kind of tell us, what do you guys do for the AEM internship? What's like a normal day when you're working?
Well, right now we have this huge project he's working on with. Do you want to speak about that one?
About the town, of course. So we have this project going on with Town Toyota. We're getting ready to prep for it, but ideally, what we do as a job is help our clients, save their energy. And so our current client that we're going to reach out towards is Town Toyota. So we're just prepping for everything. So right now, everything is just kind of a little slow, but we're getting ready to help those guys over there.
Okay, and what does it look like when you guys help out a client like Town Toyota Center? I'm assuming the
Yeah.
Town Toyota Center. What does it look like when you're helping a client?
Okay, so we start off with something that is like his favorite, which is a treasure hunt. So you go in and you help them find energy usage that they're using that shouldn't be using. Like it's not useful at the moment, so it's wasting their not only money but also just overall doing bad for the environment. So what we do is like we look at the graphs and show us how much energy they're using for the unoccupied hours, which is when the building isn't running. And we like reach out to whoever's in charge and we let them know and what they can do to lower it. And over time we see that they have been lowering it, so it saves them money but also reduces our CO2 emissions.
Yeah. So you're seeing the probably patterns and usage, like say the lights should be off and they're on,
yeah.
like maybe a switch isn't going off or something like that. So
Yeah.
that's the real world savings right there. Awesome. How about you, Aiden? What's normal? Is it, do you guys do the same thing, or what excites you about that day-to-day operation where you're in there working?
Well, all of it, like just to kind of summarize what she said, we basically just evaluate what we can do to help them, and then over a couple weeks we'll graph that data and figure out what it is specifically that they can work on fixing, and then from there we just help them.
Cool. So how do you see this work impacting our community? It sounds like you guys work with people outside of our community, but what some of the impacts you guys have already seen happen?
That's a tough question.
That is.
Well, we've only been here for so long. We haven't necessarily worked with any big clients right now, at least in this community. But for example, like our biggest headline, as a company, we've saved, JCPenney $80 million. So we overall, everywhere else we worked at, or the rest of the companies worked at, we've definitely helped. But after being in Wenatchee for just like a couple of months,
So you guys are working not just in our local community, then you're working for companies outside. Would the Town Toyota Center be the first actual Wenatchee company?
Yeah.
So what other companies are you guys working for, and where are those at?
We have school districts, so they're Gratian Barlow's is one, which is like close to Oregon, and we currently are gonna try and do an elementary school here in Wenatchee. So we're going through the process of that, seeing what we can do for that.
and then we're working with JCPenney's, like JCPenney's all across the
country.
the country, including the one here in Wenatchee.
Yeah. I mean, that's real world experience. I hope you guys understand like the gravity of that. It's pretty awesome. Is there anything, what would you say to someone who didn't know about this program, like a reason to be excited about it, or if they're a student, a reason to get involved with it? I'll start with you first, Aiden.
Well, I think from personal level, the ability to work with others and just be able to communicate is really fun, and it's just nice to, you have a long day at school, or sometimes you have tougher days, and you just have the ability to talk to your friends or talk to your coworkers and just have a good time.
Nice. Stephanie?
I kind of agree with him, because it's like if you're telling someone about the opportunity, you're like, you have a team that you can rely on that can support you, so you're not doing it alone. And you get to meet new people, you get to do new things and try it out and see if it's like something you're interested in the future that could develop an interest in like a career or something. So overall, I feel like telling someone it's a very complex thing that we do, but when you tell someone like, hey, are you interested in like helping not only certain people but also the whole community, I feel like there's a catch there, and they'll be like, yeah,
Right. So let me ask you this. I had a really good thought and I've lost it. What is it that or how were you guys at public speaking before this? Were you both this outgoing? You guys are, how far into the program are you, and how much have you changed, or how much do you think you've changed since you've started?
So with public speaking back then, it was like I would get very anxious and I would be like, I don't want to do this. But over time, Charlie made us present to a lot of people. So we got I got comfortable speaking in front of people. And so when we recently did a presentation down at the Wenatchee School District and spoke in front of a lot of people, it just kind of set the tone. I was like, okay, I can do this. I got this. So slowly getting better at it.
Yeah. How about you, Aiden?
Well, I think before the program, I definitely wasn't that good at public speaking, I gotta admit. But like over the course of the summer during our training, he, like Stephanie said, Charlie made us present a couple of times. And then we did the presentation there, and I think it made me open my eyes to it. And I think I'm definitely more confident now, and it's helped a lot. I'm just having fun.
Yeah, I was at that one, and there was the mayor. I mean, there was big people there. It's not like you guys were just doing a spiel to a bunch of nobodies. However you want to say it, but like you guys did a fantastic job, and super excited to see where you guys go with this. As you can see, we're running out of time here. So to Stephanie and to Aiden, thank you guys for joining us. The AEM movement internships are happening. If they want to find out more about that, how could a student get involved or find out more?
I'd say contact the people that run the CTE programs. Let's like Mrs. Brown, Ms. Speets.
Okay.
Those people running the CTE, they can push you in the right direction.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys very much. That's going to do it for this episode of Network TV. Stay tuned for another episode next week.